So I used to bunk 7 lectures out of 10 because they were terrific.
Well, on the occasion of Teachers' Day, I would like to remember my favorite teacher in anesthesiology in Command Hospital, Air Force, Bangalore, with Commander Gopal. He made a huge difference during my MD anesthesiology, and the biggest impact on me was timeliness and being on time every time. He would always start the anesthetic at 8 a.m. sharp, and the whole team had to be in place and ensure that the whole surgery and the anesthetic would take place perfectly according to protocol and finish on time. So this is what I've tried to practice throughout my life as an anesthesiologist, that time management is the most important thing, and it's all about sticking to a protocol for maximum patient safety.
There is one teacher, I still remember, I'm a backbencher. So there is one person called Rajesh Kamath sir. He always used to scold me a lot. But at the same time, he used to say that one or the other day, I can see you somewhere in a good position. And here I am, the admin of this hospital. Happy for that.
On this Teachers' Day, I remember all my teachers and mentors and the impact they've had on my career and my path in life. In particular, I remember my mentor, Suhas Haldipurkar, who is also a very good friend and colleague. And this was about nearly 30 years ago. I went and visited him. He was one of the pioneers in phacoemulsification in India. And I just wanted to observe him. And then I went there, and then he actually inspired me to kind of take up the latest in technology and then become very good at it. And I followed his advice to this day, and I'm very successful.
So the teacher who has had the maximum impact on my life would be a professor in my MBA days. His name is Mr. Ramamurthy. He used to teach brand management. So I used to bunk 7 lectures out of 10 because they were terrifically boring, and I used to attend only 3. So he caught me and he said, "Why are you being a rebel considering you're good at studies?" So I told him these teachers are not very interesting, and he told me something which changed my life completely. He said, "Look, you can get X amount of education in the institute, and then after that, when you start working is when you get real experience, right? Real education." So he said, "The first 4 jobs I take in my career should be only 1 year. Go and work for a company that you want to learn from. Work for 1 year, move to another company, learn from them, move to another company, learn from them. And 4 years later, you would have a real life MBA. And then after that, nothing can stop you." And that's exactly what I did, except I never stopped learning. So those 4 years has now become 28 years, and I'm still learning. So thank you, Professor Ramamurthy.
The biggest impact in my life is my mother, who was also a teacher, and she used to motivate me every time I felt low, and she used to be the strength in my life.
So first of all, I think I've been super privileged to have some of the best possible teachers who have freely given their knowledge and wealth of experience to me and transferred it on to me. And I just like to remember some of them. First and foremost, my father and my mentor, Dr. Sri Ganesh. He's been so generous with his knowledge and skill, which runs so deep, and I'm very lucky and very privileged to be a recipient of that training and teaching. 2 other very special people at Nethradhama who have gone out of their way to really transfer their knowledge and skills to me are Dr. Mithun Pai and Dr. Savio Pereira. They're both excellent clinicians and surgeons, and I really look up to them. And they've come at all odd times in any possible conditions and been pillars of strength and support. So thank you so much, sir, for all of your blessings and teachings. And of course, I had great teachers in my post-graduation. Dr. Norman Mendoza, Dr. Nelly Nazareth, Dr. Sunaina Bhatt, Dr. Shripati Kamath, Dr. Vinay PG, Dr. May D'Souza. So they have been instrumental in allowing me to have a very strong foundation in ophthalmology. So I just like to thank all of them and say Happy Teachers' Day.